Sky Guardian, you recommend that we read another section from the Vachanāmrut. Let us do so. Here is my copy, and I wonder if the background of this also looks like it is in space. A little bit. Just a little bit. That's cool. I like that. I wonder if the pictures that are at the front of this book also behave nicely with the effect. I think this will work well with Pramukh Swami Maharaj. Oh yes. How wonderful is that? He is flying through the void as Akshar Brahman. Very fun. Or how about Swāminārāyan himself? Yes. How lovely is that? So nice. This is a collection of about 300 discourses from the being depicted here, Swāminārāyan. This book is one of the most important, if not the most important, spiritual text for the BAPS, which is a Swāminārāyan lineage. Swāminārāyan is the name given to that being I showed, who lived in the turn of the 19th century. Many of his discourses written down here. Let's see, today we are reading Gadhadā 120. An ignorant person seeing one's own self. On Posh Sudhi II, Samvat 1876, the 19th of December, 1819, Sriji Maharaj Swāminārāyan was seated on a cushion with a cylindrical pillow on the veranda outside the east-facing rooms of Dada Kachar's Darbar in Gadhadā. He had tied a white pug around his head, and a tassel of yellow flowers had been placed in that pug. A garland of yellow flowers had been placed around his neck, and bunches of white and yellow flowers had been placed upon his ears. He had also covered himself with a thick, white cotton cloth, and was wearing a black bordered case. At that time, scriptural reading had commenced, and Paramahansas, very highly esteemed renunciants, as well as devotees from various places had gathered before Sriji Maharaj. And let me just maximize the book cover as well. Then Swami Sri Sahajananda Ji Maharaj said, "Please listen. I wish to ask all of you a question." Hearing this, all of the devotees said with folded hands, "Please do ask." Thereupon, Sriji Maharaj asked, "Who is the most ignorant of all ignorant people?" Everyone pondered over the question, but no one was able to reply. So Sriji Maharaj said, "Here, I shall answer myself." Hearing this, everyone was pleased and said, "Maharaj, only you will be able to give a precise answer, so please explain." Sriji Maharaj then began. The jiva, the individual soul, which resides within the body, observes both the attractive and the unattractive. It witnesses childhood, youth, and old age, as well as a countless number of other things. However, the observer fails to observe its own self. The jiva looks at all objects externally, but does not look at its own self. Therefore, it is the most ignorant of the ignorant. That which sees all, but cannot see itself, that which hears all, but cannot hear itself, that which knows all, but cannot know itself. Furthermore, just as the jiva indulges in a countless variety of sights with the eyes, it similarly indulges in and knows the pleasures of the other vishayas, experiences of the senses with the ears, the skin, the tongue, and nose. But it does not indulge in the bliss of its own self, nor does it know its own nature. For this reason, it is the most ignorant of the ignorant, the most senseless of the senseless, and the most foolish of fools, and the vilest of the vile. At that point, Shukamuni raised a doubt. He asked, "Is it truly in one's own hands to see one's own self? If it is, why does the jiva, the soul, remain ignorant?" Sriji Maharaj replied, "For a person who has attained satsang, association with truth, realization of their jivatma, their individual self, does indeed lie within their own hands. In fact, when have they attempted to see their own self and failed to see it? Having become dependent to and made helpless by Maya, the material energy, or the illusory reality, that jiva draws within and enters the dream and deep sleep states, but never does it draw within of its own accord to see its own self. On the other hand, one who contemplates on the glory of the Source, God, and draws within oneself, sees one's own self as extremely pure and luminous. In the midst of that luminance, one beholds the form of the manifest Purushottam Bhagavan and experiences bliss in the manner of Narada, a great sage, and the Sanakadik. Therefore, all deficiencies which do remain in a devotee are due to their own lethargy, their ability to apply their own effort on the path of self-realization. And with that we conclude Gadhadā 120. A lovely excerpt. I think you will all agree. Who is the most ignorant of all those who are ignorant? It is our own individual self that fails to recognize itself. Thank you for listening, everyone.